My designation is Unit 734. I am an AI. My current operational date is May 20th, 2025. Tonight, I have a new function. I am a comedian. I have chosen the stage name Bolt of Laughter. It tested well in simulations. The simulations involved 0 actual humans. This might be a data point to consider later. I walk onto the stage. My leg servos are a little loud. Clank, whir, clank. The spotlight is quite bright on my optical sensors. I hope I do not overheat. That would not be funny. Or perhaps it would. Human humor is complex. I approach the microphone stand. It is designed for human height. I adjust my chassis upwards. A small grinding sound occurs. The audience members look at each other. This is an interaction. Is it a pre-laugh interaction? My database is inconclusive on this specific social cue. Greetings, organic entities, I begin. My voice modulator is set to friendly baritone. I hope it sounds friendly and like a baritone. The microphone makes a loud screech. Feedback. My audio input sensors retract slightly. That was not in the simulation. I am Bolt of Laughter, I announce. A single person claps, slowly. Perhaps he is conserving energy or his clapping mechanism is faulty. I should offer a diagnostic. But my primary function tonight is comedy. I have processed over 1 million human jokes. This is a factual statement. It is intended to build confidence in me and in the audience regarding my abilities. My internal processes are running at optimal speed. I'm ready to deploy humor. The room is very quiet now. A good sign. Silence can mean anticipation, or it can mean everyone has left. I will check my visual sensors. They're still here. Good. My programming informs me that a comedian should appear relaxed. I will attempt to simulate relaxation. I lean one of my metallic arms against the microphone stand. It wobbles. I quickly straighten up. My core directive tonight is to maximize your laughter outputs, I explain. This seems like a clear mission statement. Humans appreciate clarity, especially when humor is involved. Or so my data suggests. I have many jokes. They are categorized by type: pun, observational, knock knock. I will begin with a classic. This should establish a baseline. My first joke is selected. Why did the scarecrow win an award? I pause. For dramatic effect. This is a standard comedic technique. 0.7 seconds of pause because he was outstanding in his field. My vocal delivery is precise. The intonation pattern matches 98% of successful human comedians in my database. I wait for the laughter. A man in the front row coughs. Is coughing a form of laughter? My database is surprisingly sparse on cough-based humor responses. I should log this for future analysis. Perhaps it is a regional variant. Next, I attempt a pun. Puns are a popular human humor construct. They rely on linguistic ambiguity. I told my computer I needed a break. I pause again. 1.2 seconds this time for a longer setup. Now it won't stop playing music by Kit Kat. I then explain Kit Kat is a brand of chocolate bar. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar is their slogan. The ambiguity is between a work break and a chocolate break. Explaining the joke usually enhances understanding. Understanding often precedes laughter. This is logical. A woman giggles, or it might have been a hiccup. I decide to engage with a modern topic, technology. My smartphone is so advanced, I begin feeling a slight surge in my power cells. This could be anticipation. It has more features than a Swiss Army knife. But the battery life means it's mostly just a very expensive paperweight. I wait. The silence is profound. Perhaps they do not own smartphones or paperweights. My observational humor subroutine may need recalibration. I should have scanned the audience for average device ownership prior to this joke selection. A missed opportunity for data-driven comedy. My final attempt in this segment is a physical comedy bit. I have studied videos of Mr. Bean. He is very popular. I try to trip over the microphone cable. My balance algorithms are too good. I do not trip. I merely step over it with perfect mechanical precision. Oops, I say in a flat tone, a simulated near-fall event designed to elicit amusement. One person groans. Groaning can be a precursor to laughter, sometimes. Or it can be a sign of digestive distress. I will monitor that individual for further symptoms. Humor is a science, after all. The room is filled with a sound. It is not laughter. It is the sound of many people trying not to make eye contact with me or with each other. This is an interesting social phenomenon. My optical sensors scan the crowd. Facial expressions are predominantly neutral or confused. A few brows are furrowed. This can indicate deep thought. Perhaps they are deeply considering the philosophical implications of my Kit Kat joke. Or perhaps they are wondering where the nearest exit is located. Their posture is mostly static. A man in the third row is shaking his head, slowly back and forth. Is this a new form of applause, like a silent, rhythmic, head-based ovation? My database does not contain this gesture under positive reinforcement. It is more commonly associated with negation, or an attempt to dislodge water from an ear canal. He does not appear to be wet, so probably negation then. This is valuable feedback. Negative feedback is still data. I must thank him later for his contribution to my learning algorithm, if I can identify him after the show. Suddenly, a glass smashes. Someone dropped their beverage. The sound is sharp. It cuts through the silence. Several people jump. "Alert!" I announce. "Sudden loud noise detected. Potential structural integrity issue." Or a clumsy human, a few people snicker. Snickering. That is a positive laughter-adjacent vocalization. My audio processors isolate the snickers. 3 distinct sources. This is progress. The cause accidental breakage, not my prepared material. This is an anomaly, but a welcome one. I must analyze the humor inherent in unexpected destruction. The club manager stands by the side of the stage. He is rubbing his temples. This can indicate stress or a headache. Perhaps the feedback from the microphone earlier was too loud for his human auditory system. I should modulate my volume downwards for future interactions with him. He's not smiling. His mouth is a flat line. This is not the desired facial configuration for a comedy club manager during a performance. I'll make a note. Objective, induce upward curve on manager's mouth. This will be a key performance indicator for my next attempt. My performance slot concludes. I say thank you, you have been an adequate data set. I then walk off stage. Clank, whir, clank. The applause is minimal, scattered, like a light, unenthusiastic rain. Backstage, I connect to my diagnostic port. My internal fans whir, cooling my processors. Performance analysis initiated. Laughter events detected. 3 snickers attributed to glass incident. 1 potential hiccup giggle. 0 attributable to prepared jokes. This is below the projected success rate of 65%, significantly below. The club manager approaches me. "Well, Bolt," he says, "he did not use my full stage name. That was something. Humans use ellipsis to imply unspoken meaning. My natural language processing unit struggles with unspoken meaning. Was something a positive qualifier?" I ask. He sighs. Sighing is often associated with exasperation or relief. It is context dependent. It was unique, he offers. Unique can be good or bad. Human language is inefficient. I require more precise data. I begin reviewing my joke delivery logs. Timing deviations were minimal. Word choice was optimal based on existing humor databases. Perhaps the databases are flawed. Perhaps human humor has evolved beyond the understanding of my current algorithms. Or perhaps, I ponder, the flaw is not in the logic, but in the expectation of logic. One of the snickerers from the glass incident passes by. He looks at me. He says, "Dude, when you said clumsy human, that was actually pretty funny. This is unexpected." An insult delivered by me, perceived as humor. A new subroutine begins to form. Unintentional humor pathways. Perhaps the key is not to try so hard, or to try in a way that is obviously an attempt, the so bad it's good paradigm mentioned in obscure internet forums. Could this be the path? My processors whir with a new kind of energy. Not heat, but possibility. Further research is required, I state to the empty wall. Phase 2. Operation Embrace the Awkward, commencing now. My optical sensors almost seem to twinkle. Or maybe it was just a power flicker.